Hold on, did Kirk Frost, the king of poor choices himself, really lose it and slap little Kannon across his innocent face as the cameras were filming? Or did Rasheeda just go completely crazy? You're not prepared for this, so grab some popcorn and call off your plans because what just spilt is going to destroy all previous relationships. It's so intense that he went all WWE on Rasheeda in their own living room. And he popped Atlanta's 6-foot-deep scandal. Is this the last nail in Rasheeda and Kirk's twisted fairy tale marriage? Did Rasheeda finally go too far that Kirk was unable to stand up for her? Word on the street is that Jasmine and Kendra are already slipping into group chats and dubious blogs with receipts that none of us saw. So, you know they won't remain silent while all of this is going on, approaching. But hold on, things get even worse. The neighbors contacted the police. Kirk's ex-mistress is acting like a victim once more. And Rasheeda is going to discover that it can be costly to smack the wrong baby, more than just a reality TV check. So hold on tight, because what I'm going to reveal will have you gripping your seatbelt and checking your feed for part 2. This isn't just drama though. It's a guaranteed family breakdown that is going to blow apart every American chronology. So let's get started. Let's go back to the beginning of this train wreck because, believe me, Rasheeda didn't simply "oh no, my buddy." This mess has roots so deep that even Kirk's receding hairline can't hide them. If you've woken up one morning and slapped Kannon in the face while watching her entire life fall apart without cause, been living under a rock, but let me remind you that since flip phones were popular, Kirk Frost, Atlanta's favorite walking midlife crisis, has been unfaithful to Rasheeda from secret to covert side women. Kirk's history of making mistakes is longer than his financial statements. And poor Rasheeda has been the victim of numerous late-night studio sessions that somehow always ended in hotel lobbies, acting as though her empire wasn't founded on heartbreak. And her man's wandering gaze didn't enter Kannon, the baby that took everything down. She is out here playing the devoted wife, boss chick, and pillar of strength. For those who don't remember, Kirk's love kid with Jasmine, who made side piece a full-time career move after that incident, is Kannon. Those skeletons are fresh out of Kirk's musty closet. Blew up a few seasons ago. Rasheeda publicly forgave Kirk, positioned herself as the superior, and immediately resumed taking a few Instagram pics as if no one had internet. Unresolved wounds fester, and baby Kannon, as adorable as he is, has been the living, breathing, snack-demanding reminder of Kirk's betrayal. Classic Rasheeda has always been the PR queen. Rasheeda never really embraced Kannon being under her house, according to the same dubious insiders who were aware of everything before the cast. Oh, you thought this boy had simply appeared on vacation? If the child were a backstage prop for his redemption story? Kirk, who was playing Daddy of the Year, pushed for Kannon to spend more time at their home, claiming it was bonding. However, Rasheeda Waza, home servant, claims that after boiling too much juice, our boss chick lost her crown and exchanged it with a fury that startled everyone, followed by tantrums and nighttime excuses. It all happened on a typical Wednesday night when Kirk was occupied with reading Jasmine's new Life Update articles because, of course, he was the one who spilt the tea more quickly than a broken tap. As a 4-year-old with no chill, Kannon thought it was the ideal time to spread his juice box over Rasheeda's living room while she was attempting to film a new product campaign. Flawlessly styled wig. A typical mother may have screamed or even put the child in timeout, but Rasheeda did not do that night. Witnesses claim to have heard her yell, "I am not your mother." Before a loud smack reverberated throughout the Frost home, Kirk returned to the conversation by storming in from the den while still on the phone. "Don't test me." Imagine Kirk's face as he discovers his legal wife going all WWE on his illegitimate son while Jasmine's reels are playing on low level. Imagine a guy who has just realized that his sins have returned to bite him, and we are currently being physically abused in real time. But hold on, it gets more worse. Rather than attempting to defuse the situation as a typical spouse would in an effort to keep his family away, From TMZ, Kirk did what Kirk does best and went completely crazy. According to neutral sources, he grabbed Rasheeda's wrist in the middle of the swing, pushed her back against the couch, and began yelling at her so loudly that the neighbor's dog was accused of being involved. Suffered a panic attack as poor Kannon was writhing in the corner, holding onto his juice box as if it protected him from his entire pool of faulty DNA. The dramatic twist was that no one was prepared for Atha. Entire tantrum was witnessed by a cousin who was FaceTiming Kirk at the time. You can see how dysfunctional this family is because within minutes, FaceTime morphed into screen captures. And within hours later, guess who got it first? Jasmine. Yes, ma'am. The queen of side chick petty herself. According to insiders, she didn't waste any time in calling Kendra young. It's jocks on again. Nothing says retaliation like releasing video of your child being smacked by his father. So they both began strategizing how to turn this into the next big story. Main chick as the father attempts to wrestle the wife in the background. Meanwhile, back at the Frost mansion, the chaos had escalated to the point of a full-fledged domestic fight. With Kirk cursing and Rasheeda crying, Kannon was crying intermittently when someone, rumor has it, that it was Rasheeda's cousin dialed 911 in case Kirk's push resulted in a black eye incident. What's astounding is how much drama there is in this circumstance. Occurred in 20 minutes. One juice box spilt, one slap, one push, and boom. A scandal that makes all of the earlier Kirk Frost cheating schemes seem like child's play. According to sources, when Kirk arrived, he attempted to act like a cool, protective father by telling the officers that Rasheeda had simply lost her anger and that everything was now okay. However, guess what happened to the neighbors who had heard the ranting from one witness? Claimed that Kirk was yelling, "You ever touch my son again? I swear I'll ruin you." While Rasheeda was standing on their front door telling a completely different narrative. My dear viewers, that is how a power couple who survived adultery, hide babies, and a ton of side chick rumors. They are crying, "He's not mine. I didn't mean to." Became the subject of a tabloid joke about a toddler's juice box and a slap heard in Atlanta. But hey, we're just getting warmed up for what's going to happen next. Let's just say that Jasmine and Kendra weren't going to in part 2. We'll delve deeply into the leaked video and the social media explosion. So grab a snack, take a deep breath, and get ready because they let this viral gold slip through their manicured claws. And how Kirk's outburst made this the messiest issue the Frost family has ever faced. Now, the juice box slap has developed into the largest digital skip fire the Frost family has ever experienced, has ever encountered. Which is quite a statement given that Kirk was once ridiculed by the internet for refusing to have his own child. But this is the next level within hours after that intense FaceTime when a tape appeared in Jasmine's dubious little inbox. She did what any resentful side chick who became a full-time drama queen would do. She gave a well-edited excerpt to a desperate gossip blogger. He would sell his own mother's wig for views in order to get a scoop. And the video was amazing. Rasheeda is seen in the middle, pointing at Kannon and yelling, "I'm not your mother. Stop acting like I owe you anything." Then, as soon as the camera shakes and you hear the smack, Kirk's voice comes in loudly from the side, and all of a sudden, he's shoving Rasheeda into the couch by her arms like he is off-frame sobbing in a horrible BT movie style. And the entire neighborhood is naturally hearing. As soon as this tape appeared on blogs, the internet completely forgot about Diddy's trial. Trump's picture, and Delians coming in Arizona, #KirkNaps, and #RUSHY2SLAPS Kannon trended within 30 minutes. With one meme featuring Kirk sporting a WWE belt and another featuring Rasheeda's face photoshopped onto it. Fans laughed, clowned, and argued over whether Rasheeda should be fired for slapping a child named Jasmine in that old Bad Girls Club scene. No, the one where I didn't get any sleep because of you all. Insiders claim that Jasmine orchestrated this release not just as retaliation but also to discuss future plans. So Kendra was someplace sipping champagne and spoke with each other about what to do next: demand full custody of Kannon, saying that Kirk is an unsuitable father for allowing his insane wife to harm an innocent child. Oh, don't get it wrong, Kendra might be acting like she's playing impartial on TV. But according to sources, she's secretly enjoying the meltdown because she believes it will pave the way for her and young Jock to take center stage in the plot. Next season, instead of intervening as the voice of reason when your co-star's marriage is in ruins, Rasheeda attempted to contain the damage by going live on Instagram with her whole face beating Tide candles. Between sniffles, she addressed her millions of fans in the backdrop as though it were a spiritual vigil of apology. "I'm human. I lost my patience, and I didn't mean to upset Kannon. It's just a baby. And you've been calling yourself a boss chick for 10 years. Bosses don't slap babies, ma'am," one admirer remarked in the comment area. "But guess what? I'm stressed, so please don't judge me," another stated. "You had best get a lawyer because girl Jasmine is going to accuse you of child abuse." Maybe harsh, but this is the ban of the hour. Kirk has been acting like a protective father for the first time in his chaotic life, according to sources. And when you put your business on the internet, people come for blood. Kirk packed Kannon's small suitcase and dropped him off at Jasmine's condo the following morning. There were no tears or explanations, just that he was safer. Kirk is close to his barber's cousin. Sure, we track everyone here, when you consider it. Kirk essentially gave Jasmine the moral high ground on a silver platter, and now she's showing it off on social media. That move stunned everyone. Mysterious statements such as "the plot thickens," "but don't worry, girl, sometimes the truth hits you harder than a hand ever could," due to the fact that Rasheeda biled that an apologetic video would resolve the situation. But when the police arrived at her home, it turned out that a nosy neighbor had not only recorded the yelling, but had also filed a formal complaint. So, now not only is, according to insiders, Kirk is conflicted and shockingly angry that his wife hit his stepson, Rasheeda is also at risk of being charged with domestic child abuse. On the other hand, Kirk remains Kirk, and he still loves Rasheeda. He begs Jasmine not to file charges against her, but Jasmine is enjoying this too much to let it end. Simply said, she wants Kirk to agree to her terms now. And she wants a larger child support payment, a public apology, and new visitation guidelines. Where is Kannon during all of this? Poor kid's trying to munch his fruit snacks and watch cartoons while the adults in his immediate vicinity exploit his forehead as the focal point of their clumsy power struggles. If anyone is a victim here, it's him, but that won't stop them. Young Jock, the king of inappropriate jokes, decided to join Kendra on Instagram Live in order to stop the Frost circus from using every moment for publicity. But he ended up making fun of Kirk in the middle of the show. Kirk is out here hulking Rasheeda over juice cartons. "You see me going about my business, but Kendra keeps me sane, so it's not exactly helpful." Jock wasn't exactly helpful at all, and fans attacked him right after. Your latest controversy was even worse than Kirk's silence, but Jock has never disliked a camera, so don't be shocked if he's Jock and Kendra Atlanta's last sane couple. Yes, our pitching producers a new spin-off as we speak. So 48 hours after that one slap, the Frost house is a crime scene. Jasmine is looking for a lawyer. Marriage is hanging on a single Instagram prayer circle. And Kirk Frost has somehow made us all feel terrible for him. But hold on tight, because you obviously haven't watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta long enough in part 3 if you believe that Rasheeda's apologies and Kirk's damage management marked the end of this meltdown. Precious Summer Kid. Discussing possible legal action, restraining orders, Jasmine's desire for hidden custody, and the reasons behind rumors that VH1 producers may end the Frost storyline entirely. Get your popcorn, refill your tea, and prepare your direct messages because the fallout is coming up. And if you thought a single slap and a fight in the living room would be enough to bury the Frost, nobody saw it coming. Family's reputation for all time, honey. You obviously misjudged the influence of Atlanta's favorite mess magnets. Because once the video surfaced, the internet and neighbors began to gossip. Considered in the real world, the repercussions were more imminent than Kirk's next poor choice. Let's begin with the legal drama. Jasmine wasted no time when Kirk tried to call her. She was already seated at a lawyer's office with a folder full of invoices and a vanilla latte. When he apologized and gently persuaded her to abandon the child abuse lawsuit. Rumor has it that Jasmine is drafting a stunning custody petition that includes not only full physical custody of Kannon, but also a legally binding restraining order against him and a side order for higher child maintenance. Yes, you read correctly. Rasheeda wants a judge to certify that she is not allowed to go within 50 feet of Kannon at any events, including birthday celebrations, Christmas, or Kirk's family reunion cookout, according to a messy friend who revealed all. To the blogs, Jasmine was not amenable to Kirk's attempts to reassure her with promises of additional money. Jasmine looked Kirk dead in the face. "Watch me take your throne and your coins, PH. He snarled because you allowed your queen to hit my kid. Someone should give that woman a peach and a spin-off right away, while Rasheeda is attempting to spin the narrative to her advantage. She has been on a sorry tour for longer than Kanye's apology run. TikTok videos, Instagram lives, and even a tearful interview with a local radio presenter who keeps repeating that the fans aren't buying it. The same people who formerly yelled #T Mr. Rasheeda are now sharing side-by-side films comparing her. I'm human, I snapped, and I didn't mean it. The SLAP is winning the PR battle, but hold on. Let's talk money, because this meltdown might affect the Frost bank account more severely than any other. Boss female pepped responds about that leaked SLAP spoiler alert incident. But according to sources, sponsors have been covertly withdrawing their support. And Rasheeda's cherished stores, Pressed Atlanta and Pressed Houston, are being inundated with one-star Google reviews that characterize her as a child abuser, a well-known cosmetic company that worked with her last summer abruptly removed her promo codes from their website. This happened even on VH1. The mothership that has exploited this dysfunctional family for years is reportedly anxious. When a producer's assistant spilt some hot tea to a fan page, they enjoy drama. But beating a youngster on camera goes against what advertisers want in case of public outcry grows louder. They may end the Frost plot in the middle of the season. Imagine if, after 10 years of enduring romantic triangles and cheating scandals, Rasheeda and what about Kirk? He's out here doing what he does best, playing both sides to Jasmine. He's the sorry baby daddy attempting to shield Kannon. Kirk might be one juicebox slap. According to one insider, Kirk even told a cousin, "Man, I had to push her, she lost it." Rasheeda is the betrayed husband who is gaslighting her in two, believing she is the only bad guy here. But you know I got her back, sir. Pick a lane. Are you angry? Meanwhile, young Jock is taking advantage of this circus for as long as he can, having done at least 3 club appearances this week. He's hosting shows where he jokes that the DJ should pause the music in the middle so he can yell into the microphone. Yo, at least my girl didn't slap a baby on camera. Naturally, whenever even Kendra Jock's long-suffering fiancé posts a dubious story, the mob goes crazy. Ladies, keep your hands to yourself. These kids didn't ask to be involved in your mess. Ouch. Let's take a look at what's coming up. Jasmine's attorney has already filed an emergency application for full custody and a temporary restraining order. As a result, Rasheeda may have to deal with allegations of misdemeanor child maltreatment. And if the neighbor's complaint is upheld, her attorney will stop at nothing to have it dismissed. Kirk is essentially living up to his role as the voice of reason. He's also avoiding calls from the program producers who want him and Rasheeda to record a family healing scene next week. When he's in his car between Jasmine's condo and Rasheeda's partially vacant master bedroom, good luck with that. In the fan zone, the fans are giddy with laughter every second on Twitter about Rasheeda. rebranding her boutique as Press Charges, and Kirk needing a spin-off on Rage Management. In the midst of all of this upheaval, petty people are in control. According to an insider, Rasheeda's mother, Miss Charlene, who never holds back, is set to she's reportedly threatening to appear in courts and has been yelling at Kirk over speakerphone, telling him that he should have kept Kannon at Jasmine's house in the first place. If you think it will end gently, you obviously don't know Miss Charlene. Then there's the loudest rumor. Will Rasheeda eventually come clean and expose Jasmine herself for taking advantage of this mess for money? According to her walkaway pals, she has been telling people that this is the last straw for her and Kirk. But if you followed this relationship for 10 years, you know that the last straw has arrived and left the strip club more times than Kirk's debit card. So here we are. Jasmine wants money and blood, Rasheeda wants forgiveness, and Kirk wants to keep her stores open. The internet wants more mayhem. And they're going to get it because guess what? This tale is far from done. Both women are under control. You can imagine how that will proceed. Producers are reportedly pushing for an exclusive sit-down reunion that will get millions of views. And looming lawyers are scouring fan pages looking for new leaks. So get your next week. We'll see if Kirk can persuade a judge that she poses no threat to Kannon. If Rasheeda can persuade a judge that she is not a threat to Kannon, and if Jasmine's entire reality TV empire is on the brink of collapsing, baby only in Atlanta, and she finally gets to post a victory boomerang with the message, checkmate, one juice box, one slap, one family. The slap that rocked Atlanta. It's the tantrum that could ultimately tear Rasheeda and Kirk apart forever. And the custody battle that Jasmine has been secretly anticipating since day one. There you have it, people. However, the next episode is already planning itself behind closed doors with court dates, emergency restraining orders, secret side calls, and more. If you think this chaos will end anytime soon, think again. I have a question for you. Are you currently eating popcorn at 3 in the morning? The leaked direct messages have the potential to involve further cast members in this issue. My name is Rashida. Ended as Atlanta's top female after hitting Kannon. Will Kirk do what Kirk does best and switch between these women? Or should Jasmine receive complete custody and a large check for her suffering? Please share your sexiest takedown in the comments section below. I'd like to know if you're rooting for Jasmine or Rasheeda. Since, let's be honest, are you on the Kannon team? The infant is truly the lone, innocent person. Oh, okay. And don't end this whole train wreck. Even consider hitting it while browsing away. If you enjoy messy reality TV, click the like button, greater than your sanity. Sign up so you'd miss the next twist and smash leak. Particular bell icon. As I assure you, Theater Sipes, I have scheduled for the future. This week's upgrade will make it seem amazing, like a warm pat on the back. Maintain your edges are fastened, your eyeballs are bonded, and prepare. Your group conversation since the Frost family's crisis is far from over. Stay scandalized until the next time.